showtime.
Good morning, all of them. You can tell football's in the air. Cody Gross is with us this morning. You'll see him in just a moment. 66 degrees out there, cooler temperatures, feeling quite nice. Get ready for a full moon. That's supposed to be that blood moon, too.
Good morning, I'm Jamie Cooper. This is Athens in the AM. Let's get this party started. That's right, we've got the new superintendent of Athens City School up here this morning.
It ain't me.
Well, I couldn't get Trey Holiday this morning, so Cody Gross, the football coach at the #1 team in the state of Alabama this year, the Athens Golden Eagles.
Yes.
Join me this day, Mr. Paul Feinbaum himself on the end. Boy, it must be nice to go to lunch with Paul Feinbaum and have you pick up your tab.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
We're going to talk all
Really?
Yeah.
All right, usually if somebody's going to be on the show, they'll send you a few pictures. Greg sent like 50. Who didn't you take a picture with at SEC Media Day?
Nick.
Who?
Or Kirby.
Nick or Kirby?
Nicholas.
Yeah.
And Gus. I
And
went
Gus.
there Thursday, so.
Oh, well, okay, I don't need that picture anyway. Joseph, what's new? You got some car shows to talk about here today?
Just one to talk about, and it's a Sunday show.
All right, we'll talk about that in just a
Really?
moment. First, let's get to the weather. Zach, don't worry, I didn't forget you. I ain't hi-hat you. Here's Gloria with the weather.
You ready?
Yeah.
66
I didn't want to forget it
degrees.
like I did
know
yesterday.
you did yesterday. 66 degrees. It feels quite nice. You know what? We only have 10% chance of showers, so we don't have to worry about rain today, tomorrow, actually all weekend. Biggest chance for rain looks like it's going to be on Monday. It's 60%. 90 for your high today. And
Wait a minute,
enjoy
is that
some
79 degrees for next
yes,
week?
It is.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
it
awesome.
is. Yes, it is.
Is that 79 degrees?
Yes, that's accurate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ow, Cody.
Look at those 60s.
Woo.
How about that?
All right.
Football players are like
While we're
that.
doing everything, getting ready, let's go to Zack right now. KFC Sports. Cody says he could eat a bucket full right now.
Hey, welcome to ZTV 11 Sports, brought to you by KFC, the best fried chicken in Athens and Limestone County. And while we're talking about chicken, for whatever reason, the Hazel Green Touchdown Club invited me to come be a guest judge at their Wing Fest again Saturday. So I'll be hobnobbing with Mojo and Brad Travis and all them guys.
Don't know him.
How come I never get invited to those eating
Well,
contests?
I'll get you invited on it next year.
Hey, the one
But
time,
hey, it's
Joseph, the one time we went to the first one they ever had, I thought I was going to pass out the time I walked off that
It
floor.
Well, yeah, it was
100
hot.
degrees.
But hey, it's 3 to 8. The tickets. What's today's day? 28th. $10 tickets through the 28th and
No, today
50,
ain't the 28th.
That's Saturday.
Today's the 26th. You're in
Okay,
the 28th.
28. But up through to 28th, you can get $10 tickets. But day of the event's 15.
No, we're
So
doing that
show
for
up.
Chris. That's right. Show
I'm
up.
representing Cooper and Company, so
okay.
so that's why we're meeting. So everybody come out, Hazel Green 3 to 8, and I'll be judging the wings, make sure they're all good. Hey, real quick, we'll go through these stories real quick. Congratulations to Athens High grad Sarah Nidwiski. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. She's the new drum major at Auburn. So just graduated from Athens. And John Gruden back in Oakland. Julio decided to report to camp, so he will be there at start of camp. And Jerry Jones says, our policy is you stand for the anthem toe on the line, so we'll see how that goes with them. Jamie, back to you. And you're not ready.
He's always
Zack?
ready. He's always ready.
You seem to forget. I am always on the ready. Ain't it, Cody?
That's right.
That's right. I haven't seen you since Glenn Coffee spoke down there the other day.
That was a good day. He did a good job.
He did a great job down there. We're going to talk about something
Bunch of
because
boys
you got all right, first and foremost, get a tight shot at Cody here if you don't mind, Todd, where I can talk to him for a second here. When does school officially start?
August 30th.
What great American has who just signed up for Medicare? Medicare will be 65 years old on August 30th.
That would be you.
That
Yeah, right answer.
right answer.
Living legend.
That's a right answer.
That's
That's right.
pretty
You
good.
believe that?
65.
Whoa. All right. So where will school be?
That's not my domain. So I don't know.
I
He
mean,
just knows to show up.
all right. New
I know
school
where
ain't
we'll
gonna
be. We'll still be at the stadium. Football.
Yeah, football
That's
player.
right. That's one thing you know.
So right now, you don't know where school's going to be.
I do not.
Huh? You don't
Not.
know. What other questions can I press you on this morning?
You're not going to get
Leave
much out of
him
me on that one.
alone.
I don't.
You still work at Athens High School,
I
right?
still work at Athens.
When's your first game?
First game is the 31st, so the day after school starts.
Who y'all open with?
We'll go to Gardendale, and we have a jamboree the week before, so we have a preseason game the 24th. So it's kind of like it used to be. You know, football used to start the week school started,
Yeah.
and then they kept pushing, making summer shorter and school starting earlier and all that. So it's kind of like it used to be.
When I started the first grade, at 5 years old, 'cause I was a super bright kid, and my birthday's in August, we started in July. To
Wow.
pick cotton. Yeah, we got started in July. We got out 6 weeks to
Really?
pick cotton later. You know what year that
You
was?
didn't pick
It was the good old days.
1959, if my math serves me correctly.
I was.
You
been a while.
watched them
Well, it's
work.
been a while. Okay, now you got
years
to step
before I
up
was
on this
born.
morning.
He's got something special coming
What
up.
do you got going on?
Monday, we've got a football for women clinic. Going on at 6 o'clock at the stadium.
You know how I got out of it? Jamie said I couldn't stay up
Yeah, he
that
said
late.
it's past your bedtime.
Yeah, he said, Sim Gloria. All right, how's this work?
Well, what we do, we did it last year, so it's their second annual event, but all the cheerleaders come, and we ask the other participants to pay $10 to come. Cheerleaders are free. They come in, and our coaches kind of teach them a little bit about football. We have some little work on the board, kind of meetings and
So
discussions.
where's this
and
meeting
things.
held? In the locker
In the
room?
locker room, and in our staff room, and then after that we go on the field, and our coaches put the ladies through some drills, and
Now, what kind of
pretty
equipment
good
they
time.
wearing?
None.
Just helmets.
What?
No, we don't want to.
No helmet?
No,
They're not going to be
we
like
don't do that. We're not hitting anybody.
hitting it. Yeah.
No helmets, no pads?
No, just wear some comfortable clothing and tennis shoes, and they go out and get on the field, and nothing too strenuous. We've added a powder puff game this year, so at 8 o'clock.
Is that after that? Man, 8 o'clock?
At 8 o'clock, the
What are you
women
people,
will
night
play.
owls?
You people.
Yeah, I was up after midnight last night. Got up at 4.
Washing clothes?
No. Well,
Are you still doing that?
oh yeah, we still do that. But the powder puff game would be the cheerleaders against the women.
Well, let me tell you right now, he's probably going to win that game.
It may be a short game.
Short.
I'm not sure how long
All
the
right,
game
what are
lasts.
some of the techniques that y'all will be teaching these mothers, I'm assuming, of the ball players you got? What are some of theirs that is right there? And do you just sign up that night?
Yes, registration will start at 5 o'clock in the north end zone, and you can see to watch the powder puff game. We're asking people to bring a case of water, and that's just to provide
Not a
water.
case of beer.
Case of water.
No water. So our guys, we can give that to our guys throughout the year.
That's a great idea.
But what we'll do is, if it's a mother, we tell them, look, whatever position your son plays, once you go there. That way you'll have an idea of kind of what he's taught and what he does. And of course, it's very basic, but it's amazing how much some of the women do know, and then flip side of that, how much they don't
know.
But there's
So
some
when you
that are-
say pretty basic, I mean, what are we talking about here?
well, just
Y'all going to be throwing the ball?
yeah, we'll do that. But like in the meeting, it'll be these are the 11 positions on defense, and this is what we look for in a defensive lineman. This is what we look for in a defensive back. And a lot of folks have gone to a lot of games but really don't know what's going on.
They just know what their
Good
kid
way to
plays.
learn a lot, though.
And some of them don't even know what their kid plays. We've had some ask, I'm not sure what he plays. So we kind of get into that. It was a really good time last year. The coaches loved it. I think the mothers really enjoyed it. And it's not just for mothers. So, our central office staff, I went by yesterday and saw Ray Ann Adderholt and Serena Owsley and some of them say, hey, you need to come and be a part of this. Send it to all of our faculty.
So even say maybe a sister,
Oh, yeah.
too. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just
So
an
Dr.
email.
was Dr. Hamilton playing?
Well, she wasn't there yesterday, so I don't
she
know.
got out of it.
We'll try to get her. Ray Ann said she'd get the central office folks there. So anybody in the community is welcome. I know we're making it like high school
Do you need
girls.
cleats?
If you're serious, I'd wear some cleats. There'll probably a couple, because there's a couple last year that were really serious about
Really?
it. Oh yeah,
What, they got to bully people?
yeah, a little bit.
Trash talking?
Yeah. We didn't play a game, so they
Who
didn't do
was it?
that. No. We'll withhold all names, but-
Back in the day, though, powder puff football used to be a pretty big thing.
Yeah. Well, one of our counselors, I won't say her name, but
Who is it?
she said she couldn't play because she hurts somebody every time she plays.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
What,
Serious.
Like her
That's-
brother-in-laws won't
like
play with her.
Like USC or something.
I don't know, but it's it's a good time and creates a little excitement as we get ready for the season. So we'll do that Monday. Practice starts the following Monday.
Well, what's your team looking like this year?
Older, and that's a good thing. We've been very, very young, and I've had a good off season. Had the best off season I've ever been associated with, and going back to playing days and everything.
You look like you're in shape enough you could go back and play now.
No, I try to work out every once in a while, but nothing like what we ask our guys to do.
All right, well, thanks for coming up. So
I
again,
appreciate
it's Monday night,
Getting up
6
so
o'clock.
early.
That's right. Monday night at 6. Registration
$10.
begins at 5. Yeah, $10 if you want to come watch. We ask you to bring a case of water. But come get all the ladies out there and have some fun. You can stay up a little later.
Hey, y'all get y'all's wives to go
No,
up
I
there.
got to tell you, on Monday night, we're coming back to work 3 days a week next week.
Listen to him,
Tuesday
Cody.
morning,
Oh, wow. I'll be ready.
we'll be here. All right, Cody, again, thanks for coming up.
Thank you for having
Take a
me.
break. We'll come back and play Judge Jamie. He's leaving early on purpose. We want to play.
So everybody else will have a chance.
And now, that's right, just like Secretariat, you name it, I'm a stud. Coming out, Judge Jamie. Got 3 seasoned players in today. Cody had to leave early. Brought to you by
Did that on
Zack. Can you
purpose.
hear me now?
Nope.
Locations all over this part of North Alabama. All right, boys, wrong answer. Right answer. Todd, you remember how to play.
I remember how to play.
You know, you should have a lead on everybody because you saw some of the clips of
Yeah,
I never paid
This is all
I never pay attention.
This is all over the news this morning, too. Front page in the Decatur Daily, too. Group to sue over pygmy sunfish again.
Come on.
Yeah, that's right. There's
about sick
what
of
is the
those.
name of the official group that is suing? You know, they
The
just
Center for Biological Diversity.
You know, Einstein, that is the right answer. The Center for Biological Diversity on Wednesday filed a notice of intent to sue Mazda, Toyota.
Has people not got anything better to do?
No.
Do they
Gunner.
just want their name?
This
in
is going to
press or
cost
something?
people thousands of jobs. They need to settle down.
What, Zach?
It's costing people thousands of jobs. They're
The
trying to get a
opinions of
plant
Zack
built.
Green or Zack Green's
Where's
alone and
the-
do not represent ownership of this TV station.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I offend somebody on this, but let them build the plant.
Tell him to get over it, Zack.
Get over it.
The wild boar that was pumping gas in Priceville weighed how much?
350 pounds.
Man, Greg, you are on fire.
He got ready this morning.
How'd you
I read
like?
yesterday.
How'd you like to be pumping gas and that walk up right beside you?
Hey, they say those things
What
can be deadly.
station, what gas station was it where he was?
Matco.
Come on, what was it?
Back
Marathon.
Wrong answer. Chevron.
He asked the lady for a cigarette, and that's when she called the police.
No
Hey.
smoking.
He was hung like a horse, wasn't he? Y'all see him laid up in that truck? He was a boy toy.
The opinions of James.
The opinions are not the same
He
opinions
escaped
from
from a
everybody
bad
else on this.
commercial.
When is all the construction downtown supposed to be finished?
Downtown
Not soon
Athens?
enough.
I thought it was finished.
Whenever the school opens,
Come on.
whenever the high school opens.
No, we won't be done by then.
In
September
December.
October
1st.
1st on the yard.
Hey, okay, I got a question, Judge. Are they putting the lights back up or not?
Yeah, they're putting the lights back
Let's
on.
go
Okay, I
with
heard
somebody
that.
who knows.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Todd.
I have no idea about anything.
The barbecue thing in Hartselle this weekend is called the what? They
The
want
hog wild barbecue.
Rib Fest.
Big sticker.
Now, Rib Fest is what Zach's going to.
Wing Fest is
Wing
what I'm
Fest.
going.
Wing Fest. Cotton Picking Barbecue. What is the name of the band playing from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.?
Wade Oliver.
Smoke Nation. Is Wade playing at y'all's thing?
No, I don't reckon.
A bunch of jet skiers made their annual trip to the 22nd annual Tennessee Valley River trip, docked at Wheeler State Park yesterday. Participants cruised how many miles on the Tennessee River? From Parish Landing State Park in Tennessee all the way over to here. How far is it?
125 miles.
250.
500 miles.
Actually, it was, I'll let you 600 miles. How long is the official Tennessee River?
1,100.
That's wrong, know-it-all. 656 miles. Who owns the magazine rights to Who's Who on the Tennessee River?
Gloria and Jamie
Gloria
Cooper.
That's right. Sales for
have to bring that
automobiles
back.
were big in May. How many automobiles were basically sold in May?
1.5 million.
4 million.
Let's see. I'm gonna say 1.2 million.
How many?
1.2.
I said 1.5.
Well, I don't actually know the answer.
Why'd you ask the question?
I thought it was on there.
Hey, I'm gonna take this over.
He found it.
They sell about 17 million automobiles a month.
Brad, he's asking questions and don't even know the
Wow,
answer.
that's a good bit of sales.
It's not a good talk show host.
What's the name of that dinky radio thing you do?
Hey, tailgate talk. We start back next Saturday, 10 to 12.
And who's going to be the
Casey.
new sponsor of that?
Maybe Cooper Company. We're gonna work on that.
What is the name of the giraffe that gave birth last year and had all the
Jeffrey.
followers, and now she's pregnant again?
Lisa.
It's not Jeffrey.
No.
I hope it ain't Jeffrey.
Oh, it's okay. Well, no.
Unless she's transgender or
Jeffrey
something.
was the name of the Toys R Us giraffe.
Susie.
Right.
Okay.
Toys R Us went out of
didn't know
business.
that.
April.
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 Only Greg may know this one. Nick Saban is 12-0 all time against his assistant coaches. What is the average score been in those games?
38 to 15.
31 to 10.
Close enough. 37.8 to 11.2.
It's a whooping.
It's amazing to me. how
Now we
much
got to
you guys
play.
know about Bama.
Now we have to
Got
play
enough to play with.
Jimbo and Jeremy every year.
That's all right. Next question. The new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta finally got the roof fixed.
Where it can telescope open.
Yeah.
How long did it take to finally get it open yesterday?
You mean like how long has it been?
20 minutes.
No, how long did it take it to open?
Oh,
15 minutes.
30 minutes.
hour.
8 minutes.
Wow.
The scheduled time is 12 minutes. You see what y'all learned playing at home? All right, here's another SEC football question, Zach. Pay attention, you may know this.
Yes, sir.
Going to talk about one of y'all's favorite schools, Vandy.
Yes.
Since the
Love 'em.
end of the 1950s, the Commodores have a SEC record of what? How many wins versus losses?
It's not.
25 wins and 85 losses.
Wrong. You ain't even close.
80 wins and 300 losses.
Greg, I'm gonna got you have it. 71 wins, 330
All right, you was
losses.
pretty close there, Skips, all over
That's
that.
pretty good, man. That fine bomb taught you a lot of stuff, didn't he? All right.
Yeah, he gets to go have lunch with him.
Capital of America.
What was the question?
Rat.
Idaho.
Since Chicago, Illinois.
That is a
Heard
right
that
answer.
story on.
And you know
Illinois.
how they determine where the most rats are? Where the most dog poop is, just in case y'all need to know.
Really?
That's right.
It's a good thing you got out of there, Glory, years
It's a
ago.
nasty place.
All right, let me move right along here. Vandals this week untied the $40 million vessel owned by DeVos, who works for President Trump. What is their fortune in, her husband?
Amway.
Amway is the right answer. Let's see if you know all this. Set part 2 of it, know it all.
The Orlando manager, Miami Heat.
How many other vessels do they own?
3.
10.
9. They own.
Oh, I got close.
Yeah.
You knew the bang in the center.
10.
Is it
Always
really?
done.
Good, huh? 10. I said 10.
All right. What is the newest sleep aid that will cause your brain to, I told my sleep story.
That my mama loved that story, Jamie.
Great, in case you didn't watch yesterday, you
loved
may
that
have
one.
missed it. All right. What is the number one food now that you can eat that cuts your brain off at night and will give you a sound sleep if
I
you eat
need
it before night?
this.
Cucumber.
Chocolate chip cookies.
Ice cream.
Nope. It will give you quality and quantity of sleep.
Apple.
Man, I can't imagine.
Chocolate.
Eggs.
Really?
Eggs at night?
I like
Eggs at night. Eat a couple boiled eggs at night and you'll blow the sheets away.
That's what I was going to say. Now, there's other qualities that eggs have.
That's what I said. That's what it says.
I don't know about that, Brad.
What's the newest show that says it may be rebooting
Dukes of
TV
Hazzard.
show?
that Cody carries?
Dukes of Hazzard.
No, they all got arrested.
Frasier.
What?
Oh, cheers.
Frazier is the right answer.
I said.
When did Dr. Frazier Crane first make an appearance on Cheers?
1979.
No, 85?
Let you have it, 84.
So was Frasier a spinoff from Cheers?
Yes.
Cheers.
Okay.
Yes.
11 seasons, 37
Yeah.
Emmys.
The daddy's dead though, right?
He died a couple
Yeah.
of months ago. And Eddie died too.
The dog, yes. Let's don't talk about that. Let's don't talk about it.
What is the next thing to be rebooted from Cozy TV?
Other than
Country
Frasier?
Rovers.
Country Rover reboot. Rover
There we
rebooted.
go. Do it.
Rover
Rover
rebooted.
Rewind.
Huh?
I got so many people ask me about that, Jamie. When you gonna do some
What do they ask you, Zach?
When's Jamie gonna do some more Country Rovers? We love them things, so won't you do some?
What's the name of that sports show you do?
Tailgate Talk, 10 to 12 WKC. We start back next Saturday. Coach Gene Stallings will be one of our guests.
Oh, really?
And download the apps.
And who?
And download the apps.
Oh.
We're fancy now.
Yeah, we got actually download our app on iOS or Android. Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Listen to our shows.
We don't play around.
And when we do football and
We're
basketball,
big
Do
time.
you pick up the video on the app too, or just audio?
it's got a link to go
Well,
to the
not that
video. When we turn the camera,
We don't even have an out.
Hey, we had Clean Coffee Junior and Senior on last year. And Austin Golson, Brad's cousin.
I see enough of the Golsons as it is. I am not in.
Brad talks more than I.
Last question. Let's see if you know this one, Gregory. Kuwait Instagram star with 2.5 million followers just got dropped by her number one sponsor because of what? Her name is Sonda Al-Qutayad.
She was critical of Jews
I was going to
or
say
Israel.
racial slur is what I was going to say.
I would have said Israel stuff.
There she is. Good looking.
Pretty,
gal.
pretty.
Yeah.
Well, even with that towel on her head. Huh?
Don't be-
Why did she get booted off? I mean, from her
I read
deal.
the story, but
She showed too much skin.
Max Factor's the one that dropped her.
there's some others too.
Oh, here's what
Oh,
she
it's
said.
about Filipino guest workers working in the homes, and she said, why do they need to have a day off?
They gave the Filipino migrant workers, which there's 660,000 migrant workers, and there's only 4 million people that live there. They let them keep their passports now.
Yeah.
And she says, why would anybody working for me deserve to have a passport? And the number one thing, like Greg just said, they granted them 1 day off a week. And she says, I don't need a servant that gets 1 day off a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Did she
you need,
have any money before all
you
this
need to be
happened?
booted.
Well, Instagram made her a star.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Pretty after all.
She's let the fame go to her head.
She doesn't have the inner beauty necessary in a woman.
There you go.
What was that? Just
She
because you're
doesn't have
married
the
again,
inner
what's that?
beauty that's necessary.
Listen to
in a
Skip
quality
over there.
woman.
The opinions of Greg Skipworth
Okay.
Are mine.
or his and his alone have nothing to do with management of this facility. But he won today. We'll have to leave the winner. He won.
Right. Get
We'll take a break. Y'all hang on.
And we are back this Thursday morning. Let's quickly go over that forecast. 66 degrees out there. Feels great. Feels actually wonderful. Full moon on its way too. That always messes things up. But high temperatures today of around 90 degrees. It's going to be another warm one. Kind of breezy though, hopefully. That'll be nice with some overcast and won't feel quite as hot. Tomorrow, 87 for that high. No rain to really talk about until possibly Monday at 60%. Holding so far. There it is, savewithgloria.com. If you're interested in refinancing, getting a free qualification for a possible new home, you just go to that website and fill out just a simple form, and it'll be a quick, easy process. Would love to work with you on that. savewithgloria.com. Todd, with me this morning, we are talking about autism this morning. You have an event coming up, and when is that going to be?
So the event is on August 11th. It's
Okay.
going to be in Birmingham. It's the Birmingham Marriott. And so what I'm asking for is for folks that may be able to donate to the silent auction.
We need some help.
Yeah, need a little bit of help. So I'm the North Alabama program coordinator, and so it's my job to put together a North Alabama package.
Okay.
And I've had some luck, but I need
You need
I
more
more.
items so that
Right.
they
I want
can-
to make it worthwhile for those that do purchase something.
Great.
Want to come to North Alabama and see what we have to offer.
So if
in our
any
state,
businesses
too.
out there have something they'd like to donate, just get in touch with Todd or
Yeah.
me. You can get my phone number is 603-4848, and I'll pass Todd's information to you. Now, when you say North Alabama rep, so the event that's taking place in Birmingham, you'll have a lot of people from here go.
Yeah, mostly from Huntsville,
Okay.
as far as North Alabama goes. But yes, we have a lot of people from North Alabama go down,
Great.
but all over, Mobile, Montgomery, all throughout the state.
So what'll happen that day?
So
At the event.
that night is from 6 to 10. I believe we'll have a nice dinner, silent auction.
Okay.
There'll be music, you can dance. We give out
Good.
awards for the year.
Okay.
But this is one of our bigger
Fundraisers.
fundraisers of the year that supports our families and helps us advocate and have camps and,
Okay.
and all the conferences and things that we do.
Well, great. How long have you been doing that?
This will be the 22nd year,
Get
for this gala. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So it's been
Autism,
really good.
of course, close to your heart too. There, autism. You're hearing more and more these days because what is
Yeah.
it? How many children are?
The numbers, the CDC actually just changed the numbers from 1 in 68 to 1 in 59.
Okay.
So it's still
It's affecting a lot
very
of families.
prevalent, and it's not going anywhere. If you don't know anybody now,
That
I would
has
say you will.
autism, yes.
So at some
You
point,
sure will.
friend, family, or someone.
All right. Well, Todd, thank you very much. Don't
Thank
forget, if you have any idea or if you know of anyone that can possibly donate something for the silent auction, do get in touch with Todd or me, and I'll pass Todd's information. All right. Thank
you
you.
so much.
That was a quick segment. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to be talking with Joseph and Greg. We're going to share quite a few pictures from SEC Media Days, too. Stay with us.
All right, Joseph Scott, Mustang man up here this morning, and Greg with some good-looking legs. You running track today?
Yes.
We'll talk about it. But first, let me talk about me for a moment.
No way.
Last night I was watching my buddy Alan Stroud, Channel 48. They're doing this little 48 road tour thing, and they've been in Marshall County. Well, last night they was in Fort Payne. So he interviewed Alabama. So I went back there, found something in the third garage, and
Went in
had
your
lots of
closet.
memorabilia in it, and this jacket was back there. Da-da-da, da-da. Pass it on down.
Oh, awesome.
Alabama.
How about that? 1990 tour.
Yeah.
Think that's worth anything?
Uh,
Probably not.
$25 maybe.
And
You'd be surprised. Some stuff will bring a little money.
I didn't even see the date on it, but pass it on down.
Pass it
I used to be
on.
big buddies with them, you know.
There might be. an
I have
Alabama
told
fan
your
that likes
story about meeting that new up-and-coming NASCAR driver. I bet I've told that story a dozen times.
That's a true story.
It is a great
Have you heard
story.
it, Greg? Okay, let me tell you. At Christmas, Alabama used to give away a lot of stuff at the small Alabama fan club.
Right.
It's like 79, I guess. So I go over and he says, hey, why don't you come up for lunch? You know, I said, me and we were that tight. I need you to come up to lunch at, the mansion. Okay. As soon as it's over with. He said, don't you introduce you to a friend of mine, a race car driver. I said, okay. It's 79. So I go up there, having a sandwich or whatever. He said, this is my friend Dale Earnhardt and his girlfriend Teresa.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy? Well, 79, he would have been a rookie that year. So, I mean.
He wasn't known.
No,
Yeah.
people would have
You
said.
know the only
"Ooh."
race car driver I knew in 1979 besides Richard Petty and the Allisons? You know who my number one driver was?
Kel Yarber?
Smut Means out of
Jimmy
Huntsville, Alabama.
Smut Means.
Jimmy's number.
I remember Jimmy Means.
Number 52.
Yeah.
He's out in North Carolina now.
Yeah.
He went on to drive the Alka-Seltzer car, but I don't remember what his
I didn't keep up with him
sponsor
after that,
No, I
but
didn't know.
yeah, Bobby, Donnie Allison, all those guys.
Red
you know.
Farmer.
Red Farmer. Red Farmer
They
did
did
our
our
show in
show.
Florence and told he was with Davey Allison
Yeah.
when they got good,
In that fight.
phenomenal interview. He's still alive.
Yeah, he is. I follow Liz Allison, Davy's wife, on Twitter, and she's been going through a lot of Davy's boxes and a lot of his memorabilia and stuff, and she'll post pictures from time to time. I enjoy it. I was a huge Davy fan.
Yeah, so
And
was
so
I.
I
Well, he
enjoyed
never should have
seeing
been
all
flying
that.
that helicopter.
I know it.
It was way too.
I know it.
Well, you know the
Yeah,
guy
that
in.
day.
The quick NASCAR folks here. The guy in Gunnersville that's our friend, what's his name? Can't remember. He ain't that good of friends, I don't guess. But he was Alan Kowicki's PR guy.
Okay.
He was supposed to be on the plane with him. You know what happened to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the same happened to golfer too, didn't it? Payne.
Yeah.
He was in the airplane.
Stewart.
I know.
Payne Stewart, yeah.
Payne Stewart. But the same
Yeah.
thing happened to Kowicki. The plane just,
Well, Kowicki died in the fall or winter of '92, and then that next July in
Payne
'93 was when
Really?
Davy was
the
killed.
planes just kept flying, didn't they? They couldn't do nothing about it. Ain't that what happened?
I'm not
Well, with
sure about
Payne's, they lost
Kowicki.
oxygen.
Lost oxygen.
And it just
Yeah.
kept flying until it crashed.
Sure.
And-
All right,
I
Greg.
remember that.
When y'all start practicing again for track?
Well, we've been practicing since school for cross country.
Yeah.
And it's all voluntary right now, but we work out 5 days a week, 7:30 to 9:30.
And when school start?
August 8th.
August
We
8th.
go back August 6th.
August 6th.
August 6th. All right, well, let's talk about the main thing. You had a week off from us last week.
Yes.
You went down and spent. You are a big caller, and there's another guy from Athens, Michael Wesson, is calling
Yes.
sometime about
Yes.
that. And you're going to set me up. I'm going to be Rover from New Hope.
Okay.
So make sure you set John him up. And I'll be calling him one of these days. I'll let you know when we set it
Great.
up. Yeah, I'm going to be Rover from New Hope. There's already enough people from Athens calling. You went down to SEC Media Days.
Yes.
So you and Feinbaum, you had lunch with him and
Yes.
everything. What's he like?
He's a down-to-earth, really nice guy. He's
And rich now.
Yes, he is. He already was, but he got a little richer after his contract extension.
And you broke the story here first.
Yes, I did.
He did. He
and
was
he did it, and it was all a bunch of hullabaloo, coffee talk as they call it. And he's a history lover, so that's what we talk a lot of history when we have a moment too. So I sent him a couple of books to read, and he was real appreciative.
So you're that good of friends with him?
Yes, yeah.
That's cool.
He talked about my 30-day anniversary. When I called in, he was the first thing he brought up. Being married to Mona and all that. So he's people he likes and stuff. He remembers things
All right.
like that.
Well, besides him, who did you not take a picture with at SEC Media Days?
Well, quite a few.
Okay, let's go through these first. I see you standing in the background the other day. And I
Yeah.
said that you sent me that within like a minute. Like you had nothing else to do.
He wouldn't give me another photo. I told him one of the female friends of mine wanted a regular photo. He says, "That is regular." So
All right, so you took a
Nice.
picture. Was everybody pretty nice?
everybody was great. Everybody that I could get a picture with. There he is, Jimbo Fisher.
Jimbo.
He was the first one I got one with. He was really nice. That's Stoops. Bob Stoops' brother.
Oh, Kentucky, yeah.
Yep. He
That's
was
you on the
nice.
right. Yeah, there you go.
That's Trayvon Williams, the running back from Texas A&M.
Is that string of hair?
Yep, that's his lucky streak, he said.
Yeah, I saw that on there the other day.
There's Coach O. He sounds like the water boy thing.
All right, let's talk about him for a minute. Will he be there after this year? They got a tough schedule.
They have a tough schedule, and if he wins 7 games, he'll be back.
Okay. So Donnie didn't give you any insights to that?
No.
When they were both getting neck injections?
Matt Luke, he was really nice too. They had this thing, Peter Burns was doing his radio show, and he said that some of these guys still cut their grass, and he set the over-under for 3.5. Not one of them cuts their grass anymore. He asked every one of them about that.
I don't cut my grass.
That's Chad, the Arkansas coach, Chad Morris. He's a good friend of Gus Malzahn.
Which one's him?
Do them too.
He's the Arkansas coach, yeah.
Play it on TV.
There's Gene.
Gee,
Hey,
He's a real nice guy.
He's good on TV.
He
I
is.
do
Yes.
like him.
And he is actually, he's a quality individual. I got to speak with him in the hotel lobby quite a bit.
What's Auburn paying him?
A lot.
I don't know.
He
Couple
still
million
lives
a
in
year.
Auburn.
He still
Yeah.
lives there.
Yeah.
He got twin daughters, doesn't
He's
he?
got it made.
He's
Yeah.
got it made, and he's good on TV.
He told me, here's a scoop, he said his son's a rising senior this year in high school. And I asked him about coaching, and he says, I still get to itch every once in a while. He said, in a year or two, I might go back and revisit.
Why?
that.
You know, I mean,
I don't know
if
why.
I've got that kind of money, I ain't gonna do nothing.
Well,
I
if
ain't
it's in
got
his
that kind of
blood,
money. I
if
ain't
he's
doing nothing
passionate
now.
about it, I mean, so he's saying maybe after his son graduates, he might get
Yes.
back into it.
Yeah. And that's the quarterback from Mississippi State.
I tell you, you
Fitzpatrick.
impressed me. You didn't get a picture with Drew Lock.
I did.
Oh, you did? You
Yeah,
got it
it's
too?
on there. I sent
Oh,
you
is it?
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we'll get to it or not. He got a nice hairstyle.
Yeah. And that's
Moorhead.
Moorhead from Mississippi.
They,
Yep.
Yeah.
That's Pierce Baker.
How you say his last name?
Pierce Baker.
Pierce
Who took-
Baker.
who took
He's
that
our
photo?
center.
Yeah.
Who took that
are these
photo?
selfies? Are you doing?
They're selfies.
Did you take it?
I took that.
He's got a long
You
arm.
got, I was
Yeah.
going to say, you have a...
Yeah.
For a late model car, I have a lot of options. That's Anthony.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's the linebacker.
All right, I went through some spreads yesterday on it. Alabama. Auburn is a 3.5-point favorite over Washington, I think, in
Yes.
the opening game. Tennessee plays West Virginia. West Virginia's favored in that game. You know what the line is in Alabama-Louisville game?
28.
28.5.
Yeah.
You believe that? 28.5. So everything went well down there?
It was wonderful. Yeah, it's a different kind of feel because it's been at the Winfrey all these years. The radio guys didn't like it because the radio row was in the Omni, and so you never saw them.
Yeah.
And there was more room for fans here at the College Football Hall of Fame, and the Hall of Fame staff was really great.
I would almost bet that thing will move permanently to Atlanta, simply because of the facilities.
They will not.
You don't think so?
No. The fan turnout was actually lower. You would have thought Georgia would have turned out and drove.
Excuse me, who I'm talking to. Yeah, but they said there were more Bama fans there when Saban came through. They said it was
Yeah.
like a president or something.
There
Tell
were
them what
more.
you said.
There were more Florida fans on Georgia Day than Georgia fans, and then Alabama. It's like the media acts like fans when Saban rolls in. It's like a
crazy.
It's like a red carpet thing when he pulls up there and walks in.
Hey, did you see him do the Feinbaum interview with Darren Damian Harrison?
Yeah.
He was hilarious on there.
He's-
Talking about what Tua said in the dressing room after the game. He said, man, what happened on that sack? He said, well, I just needed more room to throw the ball, Coach. He said, that ain't funny.
That's fine. I think he's hilarious as a person because, I mean, he says the things that you're thinking, you know.
When he's
But-
80 and retires, he'll be an analyst on ball.
Yeah, and then they were talking about McFarland played, not Booger, what's his name? Marcus Spears playing basketball.
Yes.
And he said, Marcus, you ain't seen 100, you ain't seen 280 since. It was funny. It was funny. Car shows there, just one?
Well,
What
just the
happened to you?
one. Saturday night is the, I don't have it listed, but let me talk about this one first. This one is on Sunday from 11.
Sunday.
Sunday. From 11 to 3:30. It's a benefit. It's the Barnes family. It's a benefit show that one of our Mustang Club members has helped sponsor, put on. It was a good friend of his. So there's all the information. I'll post up some stuff on our Facebook page about that. But it's at the Bojangles there in Madison. That's really a popular place for cruise-ins. So with it being 11 to 3:30, what you can do there, Jamie, is you can come and go.
I won't be there.
Like right after church, you can go.
Oh, okay.
But if you've got any car shows or cruise-ins that you need me to announce or talk about, anything, whether it's a benefit show, just hit me up on my email, joesmustangs@gmail.com. Thank you, Brad, for showing that. Then the other one that I knew about, I didn't list, was the Priceful, the Mexican Chihuahua restaurant
Very
in
good.
Priceful. I'm learning that one. So anyway, but yeah, it was a down weekend. I couldn't believe there wasn't any shows.
Yeah.
Too hot, I guess.
All right, let me, hey, don't get, Dusty's been off this month. Preaching this Sunday at Lindsay Lane Baptist Church. Junior Hill returns.
Legends.
Yeah.
Big
Legend,
legend.
Junior Hill, from over Hearts Away. He's 80-something years old, reaching over there. Dusty, I get this letter in the mail yesterday. Dusty will be returning next Sunday, the 5th, I think that is.
Or 6.
He'll be telling his story, Gambling with Eternity, The Loser Wins. If y'all haven't got that, where's my autograph copy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't even it. But speaking
Is
of
that
books,
how-
next week we go back to full-time, that meaning 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday. And the special guest will be Alan James. He wrote this book, Driven by Purpose, and it is quite a story, too. I mean, it's unbelievable.
About his childhood.
But when I said, I can't believe you went through that, he said, Jamie, I was a victim.
I'm not a victim.
I'm not a victim, I'm victorious. But it's a great story.
Where's he from?
Rogersville.
Wow.
Correct. Right here.
Sure is.
Local
I mean, it's
boy.
a great. Saw him at when we were down with the Glenn Coffee thing the other day. He was down there with us too. So, speaking of that, I'm gonna go out with that video in just a moment, Brad. If you want to get that ready. But if y'all need us for anything, we'll be booking guests. We're back. Our summer hours have dwindled, and so we're back
Hey,
up
it's
to going.
football time.
Yeah, I may have to take
Almost.
some extended time off here when the football season starts.
You will
But,
not.
yeah, I've signed up for Medicare.
That's funny.
That is hilarious.
No, it's
Get your good
true.
plan. Get your supplemental plan, too.
I got that all hooked up
As soon as he
and
gets his card.
getting plenty of sleep, as I told that story yesterday.
Did you
Yeah.
hear that story?
No, but I sent some pictures at 6:45 yesterday, and Gloria said, this is Gloria. Jamie's already asleep.
Man, I like to go to bed early. I got up this morning. I get up at 1.
He's starting to get up earlier and earlier, so now 1 o'clock he's getting up.
Oh, okay.
Stop
Here's
it.
let me before I go to that. This is my morning. I get up at 1:30 or 2 o'clock. Y'all will not believe how beautiful it's been
Outside.
this week. I go out back with a cup of coffee, full moon,
It's been
birds,
beautiful.
not really birds chirping, but whatever is
Yeah, they
chiggers,
started
chiggers
about
mating or
5:15.
whatever they're doing outside.
Chiggers.
Chiggers.
They're, whatever the
Like
cicadas.
chiggers.
Cicadas, yeah.
But
The chiggers are burrowing.
But I can't resist, Brad. Thanks for bringing it up. I love taking the whiz outside.
Okay.
Everywhere.
As long as Dr. White's not out there.
He's in the backyard.
But anyway,
Backyard.
it's beautiful out there. Landscape lighting. Thank you, Grace and Bailey, for everything else you do out there. And,
Right, it's
but it's just
beautiful.
nice sitting out there, and talking to God and thinking about what all I ought to be doing. But I'm just enjoying the moment. So it's really wonderful.
We need to do that more often, all
We
of
do.
us.
Yeah.
You know, that's good. Well, these mornings of 60 are nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. Now, about 2 o'clock this afternoon, I ain't going out there because it's too hot.
Yeah. Well, my neighbor's usually out real early in the morning
Cutting his grass?
cleaning his pool without his shirt on. So, anyway.
You get a
Spotted
show.
him out there yesterday.
You sure he's got clothes on?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll mention that to him Sunday.
We've come to an agreement. I can tolerate him mowing 3 days a week if he can tolerate me washing and cleaning my car 3 days a week. So,
You wash your car that much?
Nah, but he thinks I do.
I saw your pickup truck over there the other day.
Yeah, did you like it?
Well, it looks like they need to haul it off. Even
Oh, get out of here.
Junker
It's
park out
nice
there
and
in that
clean. It's
nice
better than
neighborhood.
your Jeep.
Yeah. All right, let's go to some
Yeah.
coffee video. Speaking down to Cody's boys here last Monday. We'll see y'all next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're back. See y'all. Woo!
As soon as that last game was over that first year, we was ready for the summer. We was ready for the spring. Dog mentality, everybody ready to go. Let's see what time it is. So, I'm gonna talk about a little bit about my story and how I came about. So, like I said, I'm from Fort Walton Beach, Florida. That's by Destin for y'all, for those of y'all who don't know where Fort Walton is. And coming out of high school, I was a 3-star running back. I was ranked 4th in the nation, fourth in the state of Florida, 27th in the nation. And you would think that with me and I would have a lot of scholarships, but I really didn't have that many because my grades were horrible. I hated school with a passion. I came up gaming and reading fantasy novels, romance novels, stuff like that. So I came up nerding. I'm still a nerd, but that's how I came up. And that was my passion, but I just happened to be athletic. I actually quit football in middle school. My mom forced me back on the team. So that it tells you a little bit about how I view sports. I just like competition. I like contact, right? So I wanted to go to Florida State or Miami, but because of my grades, they were scared to give me a scholarship. So one day, the letter came in from Alabama, offered me a scholarship, and I was happy, but I wasn't excited or ecstatic to get that scholarship because, like I said, I wanted to play in Florida. And so time went on. Scholarships ended up rolling like I wanted them to, right? And so if I didn't go to Bama, I was going to go to West Virginia. Well, I didn't want to live in West Virginia, right? So I was like, all right, I'll go to Alabama because the SEC will give me the best opportunity to play football in the NFL, okay? So I get to Bama my freshman year. My freshman year, there's a running back called Kenneth Darby there who was a baller. So I didn't have aspirations to be the starter, but I wanted to be freshman All-American, freshman All-SEC, you know, ball out, do what I got to do, make noise, you know, just do what anybody would want to do their first year in college. So halfway through the season, I'm playing horribly, all right? Not doing anything I want to do. To be honest, I was scared. Halfway through the year, I got a sports hernia, and I had to play through that season. So my first year was, by my accounts, a terrible season. Going into my sophomore year, I got hurt in the spring game. I messed up my knee, so I ended up missing that whole year. So I got depressed because my whole life I had put all of my eggs in one basket, and that basket was the NFL. That basket was football. So if there's anybody here whose only plan is to play in the NFL, I really need you to sit back and really ask yourself what it is you want to do when you get older. Take football out of it. Because not everybody here is going to go to college. Not everybody here is going to go to the NFL. And you need to really start thinking about how you see yourself in the future. How you want your family to live. How much time you want at home. Do you want to travel? Do you want a job that sends you across the country, across the world? Do you want to be at home? Do you want an acre? Are you cool with an apartment? Do you want to do yard work? Do you want your wife do you want it to be a home where both parents work? Or you want your wife at home with the kids? That's the things I need to be thinking about. So I put all my eggs in this basket, right? I get injured. So I'm depressed. I'm walking around on crutches, right? Do y'all know what FCA is? FCA is Fellowship of Christian Athletes, right? So the FCA director, Coach Kramer, would always be like, "Glenn, are you going to come to FCA?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm going to come," but I would never show up. They met on Tuesdays. So one day I'm walking around on crutches. I'm bored. I don't know what to do. I'm just trying to waste time. And they were meeting in the FCA room. And I thought to myself, you know what, let me peek my head in the window and see what they're up to. So I peek my head in the window and see like 30 or 40 blondes or brunettes, right? So I'm like, man, I can go to FCA, you know? So I started going to FCA, chasing after girls. And at the same time, I started hearing about this guy named Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like my dad had we would have family Bible studies, but at the time, I didn't care. You know, I was bent on making it to the NFL. The Bible was the Bible. Christianity was Christianity. Jesus was some important person in the Bible, you know, whatever we would do. But when I was in FCA, he would talk about Jesus. You know, we'd read scripture, and then the scripture would start to come alive to me, right? And then about the same time, I met a guy. The first time in my life, I looked at another guy, and I was like, yo, whatever you got, I got to have. I didn't notice at the time, but I realize now, and I realized that I was seeing his faith. I was seeing Jesus inside of him. And I apologize if not everybody in here is Christian. I'm not saying you got to be a Christian. I'm just telling you my story. So when that happened, when I found Christ, football fell off the ladder. See, football used to be my number one priority in life. Football. It started to fall off the ladder, right? So at first I had it number one. Then it got number two. Then it fell to number three. Then I started to think like, hold on, I didn't even really like football like that growing up. For me, I got excited when I got in this game. I'm an Xbox person, by the way. I don't know if y'all play PlayStation, I can't rock with you.